What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, y'all? So we're back again for another episode review of Black Ink Crew Compton. Bitch, what's that on my phone? Shit. That better not be. That's a fucking gray hair. That is a goddamn gray hair. Gray hair. Stress. It's stress, y'all. It's stress. Anyway, Black Ink Crew Compton, okay? Season 1, episode 9. I ain't even finna go through everything because everything ain't worth going through. Elena wanna get a butt lift, okay? Girl, whatever. Um, um, this whole thing, what I really want to touch on, because this whole episode, it was just three main parts that really had some problem. Well, the mirror, he talked to his mom. His mom was out there. Um, being there for her and Danielle and the baby and him when he was going through what he was going through. Hopefully she'll be back out there to help them with the baby when the baby is actually here. He took her on this little spiritual thing to calm her down or whatever, bless the baby and all that stuff. That was cute. Moving on from that, Ink Dripping had a little conversation with his sister and basically was just telling her, I know that you want me and dad to get back together and, to sit down, have a conversation, and you want us all to come together as a family. And it's fine that you and my brother have a relationship with him. But at this point, I cannot see myself having a relationship with him because you were too young to understand and too young to remember. You was just a baby. All the stuff that happened. He literally left the family and I had to be 9 years old, staying up while mom gets some sleep so she can go to work because she had to work 2 jobs, and just watching the car to hope that nobody comes over and take anything from us or whatever while we're sleeping in the car. You don't remember these things because you was a child. I had to do your bottles and all this stuff. And so I felt him on that, and she was right in a sense. I understand his way. And you could tell that even though he wanted to act like it don't affect him, it does still affect him. He's still getting teary-eyed about it. He grew up too fast. He really needs to confront his father and let him know this is what happened. I feel to get that just for him. Not, on no trying to forgive the dad, but just so he can get that weight up off of him and so he can move on, because you could tell that he hasn't. And that's what the sister was saying, but she respect that, and I do like that bond that they have. Voodoo Doll, let me tell you something. Voodoo Doll, it ain't funny. It ain't funny because was I the only one sitting here looking at that? Baby, I was literally looking at this show and looking at this whole thing. First of all, she get a letter. First of all, she broke her arm. Okay, she slipped on some water and broke her arm. Girl, okay. Then, while they're at the shop, she get a letter come in from her stepdad. Bitch told her, keep your legs closed and keep your ring finger open. I said, wait a minute. What's her name? Yahweh or something like that. I said, no, we're not doing that. And she freaked out from that, and everybody was just like, that's messed up. She went into a little depression. They didn't hear from her for a while. Nessie went over there, tried to tell her, you got family out here, you got people that care about you out here, so you don't even need to worry about that. Don't drink yourself and all this stuff. So she got herself up out and went finally back to the shop. And then, later on as the episode ended, they wound up getting some packages of the daddies, and this ain't even her father. Where's her biological father? Because that's what we need to come in and be his ass, okay? Because listen, to be quite honest, when I was listening to this voodoo situation until it got to the very end, to the previews to next week, because people can act, and on these VH1 shows, you can't really tell what's real and what's not because, the reality shows be fake as shit most of the time, okay? But I was sitting here like, is this really real? Okay, sitting the Bible, their version of the Bible. I said, Canaan, he was looking at power. Okay, he was looking at power. And they was flipping through, and when they said bitch, look at him. It was disgusting things up in that Bible. I ain't even finna repeat that shit. But or their version of the Bible, whatever. And she was like, that's what she grew up on, and that was just no. I don't want to. have nothing to do with that. Let's burn it. And you know, her reaction, and the whole time I'm thinking like, is this real? Is this real? Is this real? I can't judge it. Even though I feel like, you know, that stuff do be happening. It's cults and stuff out here, and people be getting brainwashed, and they be being mind fucked and all that stuff or whatever, and trying to get out. We see it happening. It does. And I was like, I hope they really not doing this and using this as a ploy for a storyline or whatever. I hope this is real. Baby, next week when they showed that preview and she actually went down, she said, you can't run from your past. You got to confront that motherfucker. That's what it is. Because that man put her name in that book and dedicated and said, this is the reason why. Some shit like that. I said, you need to go to jail. Call CPS. Okay? Where is Child Protective Services? Because she still got young kids up there. She was the oldest, all right? And, you know, when she went up there, she said, you know what? You got to confront the devil head on. That's what you got to do. You can't run from him. You got to confront him head on. The fact of the matter is, you are not even her biological father, and you are doing this. That is what's getting me. Okay, that is one. Where is the daddy? The daddy better be dead or something like that. You know, where he is totally incapacitated and he can't do nothing because, baby, I would have been got my kids up out of that shit. Okay, that is no. No. All right. Because on that preview, when she went up there to Washington, I said up in goddamn Washington. Went to Washington, Seattle. Was it in Seattle? Baby, when you saw the mom come with whatever garb she had on, I'm not going to diss that because I know it's different cultures that wear certain face garbs and stuff like that. But, you know, seeing the whole thing, I said, oh, you saw some of her siblings and you saw the dad say, oh, she ran away from Allah. That's unfortunate. As if he was calling himself Allah. I said, hold up. Sir, I don't feel like I should be watching this. Like, I feel like, you know, I gotta sleep with the lights on for a second because I need to sage my house because that just disturbed me. That preview disturbed me. Okay, that preview disturbed me more than what actually took place in the episode tonight. All right, but you want to know who need their ass beat also? Barbie. Nessie has been trying to reach out to this girl ever since she got arrested and she could not get through. And you got your nerve to say that this girl has not been there for you and all this. When she tried to reach out, Voodoo tried to reach out, you couldn't even tell Voodoo or anybody that you had got already bailed out of jail. They went down there. Well, Voodoo went down there. You owe that girl an apology and you owe her Uber money, okay? Because she went down there to that jail and you weren't even there. You was already gone back to LA, okay? Back to Compton, wherever the fuck you from, all right? That's one. Nessie been trying to call you, and bitch, let me tell you something. I'm gonna call a couple of times. I'm gonna send that text messages afterwards just to make sure you're okay, so that you know that I'm thinking about you or whatever. But I'm not finna be coming down, trying to track down no grown ass person that obviously don't want to be bothered and don't want to be found at the moment. Okay, that's what you won't get from me. All right, I'm not finna be kissing your ass. I'm not finna be coddling you. If you want to be found, you will make yourself known. Because when people try to ignore you or whatever, I feel like that's my time to back off because you need your space to get your head right. I mean, you just went through a traumatic thing, so maybe you trying to get your head right or whatever. But I'm gonna send you a text and say, hey, I'm here. If you need me, I'm not backing off. I'm just gonna give you a little space or whatever. That's probably what Nessie did, okay? And then this bitch gonna come down there to her mural after she invited her down there. Oh, you finally accepted the invitation, and then you gonna come at her throat talking about some she ain't no real friend and she did this and she did that, and when we was back in the RV and all this stuff and you didn't help me. Bitch, you mad because you got yourself in that situation. All of this is your fault. Yeah, y'all both wanted y'all stuff out the RV. Yeah, she got into it with KP. But did she damage anything? No, she did not destroy anybody's property. No, she did not. And she did not call the cops. You called the cops and it backfired on your ass. So you need to be upset at your own self. Okay. And then for you to tag her painting what she was doing, her mural, bitch, Nessie better than me, okay? Because I would have fucking threw all the weight in my body at that bitch, okay? Not just a couple of punches, because Nessie did connect on that ass. She did connect, and Barbie, you can't fight, obviously. But you said that you was a fighter, whatever. You always, you know, even your grandma said, bitch, it's your temper. Before she even sat her ass down and told her what was going on, grandma was like, your temper, your temper. I already know. It's your temper, bitch. You need to take your ass back down there and apologize. I said, listen to grandma, okay? Listen. You would have been flat out, bitch. Whatever little bones, girl, your bones would have been crushed because I would have fucked you up. I would have fucked you up. It's two skinny bitches that was going against each other. That's what it was, you know. But it was an even fight. It was an even fight because y'all in the same weight class. But Nessie got a hold of your ass, okay? Fuck security because you had well enough time to get a little couple of hits in too, but you didn't. Nessie did, okay? Whether it was a push or whatever, a push up, whatever. Girl, you would have got fucked up. That's all I'm saying. And you wrong for that. And you owe that girl a big apology. And you owe them an apology too because you did this. You misplaced anger. Like the grandma said. You did this shit. Okay? You acting out. You too grown for this. Grow up. But anyway, that was Black and Crew. Compton. Y'all tell me how y'all feel and I'll see y'all later. Peace.